Welcome to East Coast DNA Podcast. This is
Darcy.
And I'm Andrew. We are a East Coast of Canada music news podcast, and with us today is JayTheKidd. How are you, Jay?
Good, how are you guys?
I'm doing well. It got
Excellent.
friggin' hot today. It started off nice. I headed into the city. I threw a hoodie on with a pair of shorts. I thought it'd be cozy and comfy, and then it raised by like 10 degrees on my drive in, and then I sweat my ass off. So
yeah, it's getting warmer as the day goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always bad for that too.
So for people that don't know who you are, we usually complain about fitting music into a genre, but then we always say, what box do you fit in? So where would you put yourself in the spectrum of genres for your music?
I definitely fit myself into like rap, hip hop, but definitely more melodic, you know, like singing type, like you know, not the same style as Drake, but you know how you could say, like, you know how Drake sings in some of his songs, but he's also very lyrical in certain other songs. I try to expand and go everywhere with the whole genre and bring in, like, I used to listen to the Beatles and things like that when I was younger. So there's all like different pop and different types of genres that come into it, but I guess like you'd classify it under rap, hip hop,
and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what inspired you? What lured you to the genre growing up? Like me and Darcy both. You grew up in Pictou County too, did you not?
Yeah.
So we all kind of grew up in Pictou County, and
yeah,
rap and hip hop have always been part of our growing up as well. Along with, like, I think my dad's car, early 90s, he had Nirvana, Nevermind, Metallica, Master of Puppets, Cheap Trick, and Run DMC. So kind of the same kind of thing, brings all that music together. So when you were growing up, was it, you mentioned Drake, was that kind of your inspiration, or what would be your inspiration?
I definitely listen to Drake, and Drake's just always, he's just always there in your playlist, I think. He's just he's been there for so long, and he's a big staple in the industry, in the game today. But like one of the biggest artists that, like, you know, kind of opened me into rap more, and like different styles of rap, you know, like how I was saying, mine's more melodic rap, where you have Eminem, who's super lyrical, and that's what they're going for, and fast lyrical rap, and to where that's not as much my style or preference of music. I prefer, like, you know, singing and having your melodies and having you know, different like your cadences, everything, just hearing that type of stuff, but also with a storytelling aspect. So Juice WRLD was definitely one of the main people that put me on, and then especially after he passed as well, that really, you know, pushed me to make more music as well, because I was already, before I found him, I was making music, but somewhat pop music, but I wasn't putting anything out. That was just me on my own, I guess.
To interject there a little bit, to pull two of those things together that Andrew asked already, where you are Pictou County, born and raised, you also have connections in the Pictou County music scene. Yeah. Because I'm assuming from just being in proximity, but I'm assuming also because it's a smaller community, there might be some familial relationships there as well.
Yeah.
Two people. I know that you did a song with Judd Gunning.
Yeah.
You did a version of your
I had Judd
song.
do the acoustic version on guitar.
So Dave Gunning's obviously a really big name around here.
Yeah.
And Judd's making quite a big name for himself.
Yeah, Judd's doing really well.
He's doing well.
And then Karen Corbin as well.
Yeah, Karen's my aunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she really?
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know. Darcy might have mentioned that. I forget things sometimes, but
just you got a couple staples of the Pictou side there.
Yeah. They've always done music, and so music's always kind of been around me. And what I want to do, like my grandmother has taught me, like I learned piano since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I'd go there after school every day before my dad got off work, and so that's kind of what started music in general. And then just, you know, finding different artists, like that's how I first got on the Beatles, learning songs on the piano and like their songwriting and all that. And it's just like, you know, taking different aspects of every genre and bringing it, you know, just bringing something that I want to create. And I guess it just, you know, it falls under rap.
Yeah, so you don't have a target of I want to be this. You have a target I want to be me, and this is what I am, kind of thing.
Yeah, like I'm an artist. I'm a a hip hop artist, but like I wouldn't just say I'm a rapper.
Yeah, you're kind of, and that's the problem we have with genres, and we kind of say it with everyone we speak to. It's like, you don't want to just be this genre.
It's so up
You're
in the air.
Yeah,
and it's like I feel like maybe just when you're starting out too, like where I'm at, to definitely stick into at least somewhat of a lane to establish yourself. That's definitely my goal too. So I'm definitely gonna try and go there. But like when I'm bigger, I have a lot of plans to expand it.
And that's kind of a way to go, is to have the genre to kind of draw an initial crowd, and then you can build yourself off of that.
Well, yeah, like
that. Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly did a great job of that.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He was totally rap, and then now he's totally punk pop, like metal sometimes, but he'll still do a rap song here and there, and it works for him.
Yeah,
and he grew his audience like exponentially.
Yeah, exactly.
And like same thing, Drake just dropped a dance album that's still somewhat rap, but not really.
More for the club.
Yeah, exactly. More for the club, 100%.
Not that we have. I don't think we have those in Pictou County anymore. But
exactly. That's why everyone was like, "What?"
When we were, when Darcy and I were going to the bar when we were late teens, Karen was actually a big name in Pictou County for her music.
Oh, really?
And
yeah.
That's when we had Wranglers. Well. We had the Sam's underneath Sam's Pizza. There was the club down there, and we had a few places to go. Every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, I think it was. Hung over 3 days a week.
She was featured in a compilation that was being promoted when I worked at the record store back then too. So.
Yeah, she had some dance hits. She had High on Love, I think, was one of them. I know that she was on the charts for one.
So you must be getting some good advice. You have a few people around you that can give you some advice.
Yeah, she's definitely like my main person, kind of mentor right now.
Yeah,
kind of for music. Like she helped me with that whole show that I put together with the Square
sold out show.
Yeah, and thanks to her helping know what to do, right? And it was in a short time too. Like it was probably like it was a month and a half out from the show date. I was like, I want to do a show. I want to do it like right at the end of school year. And she's like, giving me advice. She's like, I don't think that's doable. And I was like, well, let's talk to the Square. So I was like, can you just help me with these? And so she kind of taught me and showed me how to, how everything's going to work, how everything runs.
It was good time, and you need a back to school.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm going to try to work on that as well. I got to work venue.
Yeah, your Lobster Carnival follow up is huge.
Yeah, that one went really good as well, and that's another reason why I wanted to get my show in before that, because I already had that planned up. Like I think May. Yeah, it was a little bit before that was, for sure.
Oh, so you had enough foresight to be able to.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I got this cool gig. And then I was like, I want to do my own gig, like end of the school. So I was like, all right, let's try and I wanted to do it the Friday before, but they already had that booked for it. It was a pre-Canada Day, but it would have been like June 30th. So either way, I was like, oh, nobody's doing anything on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And then so now it's just for the back to school one, I guess. Like I said, like the grab was really more than I thought it would be. And especially for like the other artists too, and having other artists come again, like I feel there could be like a 500 person crowd sellout for hip hop somewhere.
Yeah.
But like you could do it outside at the Square. For sure.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just all about figuring all that out, rent and cost. Yeah. I guess big. And then also a big part that I'm not 18 or 19 yet, so I can't even sign anything off.
We're big supporters of the all ages shows, and being that age kind of lumps you into a category where that's necessary. So I like that that's your disadvantage, because it means that there's stuff I can take my daughter to.
Well, yeah, no, all ages events are really great. I'd probably always do that unless, I get booked somewhere else for I got booked at the Spot with Jordan, which was another cool gig to get. But like other than that, me putting on shows, it's always all ages. That's where my my fan base, majority of people who are listening to me are. I don't know exact ages, but they'd all be pre-teens, like high school, grade 9, 10, 11, 12, my age.
And it gives that age group something to do, because there's not a whole hell of a lot to do.
Oh, especially around here, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's been folk music and all that for so long, and it's not a bad thing because, like, again, I like all kinds of music. I like that music as well. But like, imagine having a hip hop festival like the size of the Jubilee, and then bringing in hip hop names bigger than just around here. Like how they brung in Julie Black, or bringing different people and
DJ Jazzy Jeff's coming to Halifax.
Oh yeah, like the grab and the just from the kids, like hip hop's the number one genre throughout, like without a doubt. And it's just once people see that type of grab, and like that show was just the beginning, it was just 200 people, but they're gonna start seeing where there's possibilities, and just for the town too to like make money.
They like making money.
Well, exactly. That's why I wanted to show them. I was like, well, look at this show. It's gonna do good, and it did better than I thought. Like I thought it was gonna, eventually sell out, and then it was like they were going like hotcakes. And then once they were sold out, some people couldn't go, and they're trading tickets, and people were selling them for more, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. So you have Revenge is out now.
Yeah.
You have a new song coming out soon. Do you have plans to release everything as an EP, or what's your plans there?
I might have
going with it.
Yeah, I think my plan is more just singles. I think right now I'm trying to get like more marketing, more promotion into it, and basically more money behind things to get them out properly. Like Revenge, I at my other job I worked at McDonald's for like a year, and then now I'm at Boston Pizza. But like I worked there and I saved up money for like 6 months, and then I was like, all right, dumped pretty much all my money into this song, and I was like, all right, I want to do good. I'm getting a good music video, I'm getting like good promotion. Like my mom, again, like more music connects. Like she grew up with Wendy Phillips, if you guys know her, and she's a publicist and up in Halifax. So we reached out to her, and she helped me with Revenge, and that got me on CTV News for the interview for Revenge. And then now, like, and it's just building connections too, like that. But yeah.
And did the Jordan show happen already, or is that?
Yeah, that was July 29th.
So that
was
like,
last
it
Friday or
went
Saturday.
right in with the Jubilee. Was it tied into that?
Yeah, it was this. I don't know if it was tied into Jubilee night, but it was the same night as Jubilee.
That's how I missed it. I was down watching Julie Black probably.
Yeah. I didn't even know that Jubilee was that weekend. I was like, oh, my, well, maybe there'll be a lot of people. There was a few people there, but definitely everyone was.
Yeah.
Everything fell to the same weekend this year, and like we discussed, I think we discussed one of the episodes with everyone's touring, and it just made it easier for booking because people are touring less, so got to kind of grab the same people coming through, split the cost of travel and stuff, and the bars always kind of had that too during the Jubilee. People would have something going on at their bar to draw some people in there, because if not,
exactly,
everyone's just going to be down at the waterfront, getting in fights and jumping on porta potties and breaking their legs and stuff. So
yeah, exactly. You need some people to draw away back to the bars. For later on.
So where would you like people to find you online? What's your main draws? At TikTok, Instagram?
Instagram, yeah. At It's JayTheKidd. I'm trying to get the just at JayTheKidd handle, but still It's JayTheKidd for now.
Got to throw money at whoever owns that, eh?
I don't know. Well, it's just an account that's been inactive for like 7 or 8 years.
I think I came across it when we did the Mackie interview, and I was doing stuff for the playlist. I think I found that one.
It was like from 2013 or 14, their last post, and I'm like, can't DM them. Well, I've tried, and no answer.
Yeah, no answer. Yeah. So, they should deactivate it. Like 5 years, it should be like automatic deactivation.
I feel like once I can get like a little bit more notoriety, like bigger, I feel like I can somehow contact Instagram and be like, hey.
Yeah.
This account's been like that. It's going to help me with my business.
Just call Zuckerberg and say, hey, can I have that?
Yeah. Once I'm that big, I'll give him a ring and I'll say, hey, can I just steal that username? Yeah. Because that's what they said. They said unless the account is taken down, the usernames. But like you said, I feel like after 5 years, if you don't make a post,
it should just dry up and go away.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to take a break here in a moment and have you do a performance of "I'm Back," most likely.
Yeah, let's do it.
And Darcy will be back solo when we come back from the break. Do you want to kind of give a little intro of what you're going to be talking about when we come back, Darcy?
Yeah, a couple fellas that Jay actually had at his sold out show at Glasgow Square there, C Stone Leon and French. They have solo stuff and they also perform together. So I'd seen them together at Jay's show, and they stopped over here in the studio the other day and recorded a song as well. And we took a few minutes to do a quick little intro to who they are and what they're working on as well. So we got a little bonus dual episode for everyone.
Perfect. So we'll see you all in a few minutes, and we're going to cut to the performance.
See you guys in a few minutes.
This is my new song, I'm Back.
Time for Keeping Up, and we're going to start with 16-year-old Jaden Duplessis from Lyonsburg, Nova Scotia, also known as JayTheKidd.
Kitty Kelly.
Yes, the local hip-hop artist was barely a teenager when he branded himself as JayTheKidd and became a local talent.
Bitch, I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. All the ops ain't believe that I'd ever come back. To the bed with some bitches sipping coke and rum. Putting my city on the fucking front map. Lately I done seen a lot of love. When the bitches leave, all they wanna do is come. Used to make fun of me cause I seen the light. Now they act like some fiends cause I'm on the stage like Tony Womack. Yeah, I got a bitch in the club and she tryna throw it back. I ain't even gon' lie, I don't know what city that I'm at. It's kinda hard to know when you always getting faded. Maybe I'm just too busy tryna be rich and famous. Too many people in my ear complaining cause I won't pick up the phone saying I changed up now. I'm just on some better shit since that I got money now. That's all that you want me for, and it ain't it funny now. But I can't blame you cause everyone else be doing the same shit too. I'm kinda proud though, my mama seen me on the news. I'm in my bag now, but I got everything to lose. I gotta come back now, harder than ever, brand new endeavor. I'm wearing shit, some brand new leather. It's from a Mary, I kinda put that shit together. I knew your ex, girl, I promise I could do you better. You lost some shit, but I'ma bring it back like Cinderella. In that silver sugar, I just wish that I knew you better. Any man could need you, I'ma knock him out like. You hate the comments, but I promise that you watch the effort, yeah. Bitch, I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. All the ups ain't believe that I'd ever come back. Sitting back with some bitches sipping coke and rum. Putting my city on the fucking front. Now, lately I done seen a lot of love. When the bitches leave, all they wanna do is come back. Make fun of me, see the light beyond that. Act like a fiend, Donnie Womack. In the club, and she tryna throw it back. I ain't even gon' lie, I don't know what city that I'm at. It's kinda hard to know when you always getting faded. Or maybe I'm just too busy tryna be rich and famous.
Yeah, I like that one better, I think.
We have C Stone Leon and French here in the studio. Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Maybe you can give our viewers and listeners a little bit of introduction to you, who you are, and later in our video segments here, we'll have a little performance from you guys for everyone to listen to.
Sounds good.
Oh, sure.
You first.
You want me to go first? Alright, so we're introducing each other, yeah. Perfect. So this is C Stone Leon, also known as Leon Stone Sazy, or Oroku Saki. Man with a lot of names. One of the reasons I got into rapping myself. We know each other since we were 3 years old.
Yeah.
So you know we've been around the block with each other once or twice. There's not really much you need to know about him, honestly. Man almost got kicked out of Q because of his mustache. That's about it. Yeah, no, we're pretty much the same person, you know. Both got big feet.
Love milk.
Love milk. It's one of the best beverages. Can't complain. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, over here we got French. Luke French. French Costello. Hailing from Cardboard City. He's about 7'12", 400 pounds. He's one of the best rappers in the game right now, in my opinion. We've been doing this together for going on 2 years now. That's all we really need to know.
We like milk.
And so, what you guys are from Pictou County both originally?
Yeah, I live in Halifax currently.
And so your connection is from being in proximity to each other more so than...
Yeah, well, when when we were like 3, my mom's best friend babysat the both of us. And
Okay.
That's how we,
That's
yeah,
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
we went to school together for like the rest,
7 or 8
pretty much,
years. Yeah.
so.
Well, most of the Maritimes is small towns. So
Exactly.
Everybody knows everybody that kind of way. Like
Yeah.
those little
You don't
stories.
know my mother, you know my grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, literally.
And so, what age would you like? I'm going to make an assumption here.
Yeah.
Like probably in your teens, you started getting into music a little bit, or is it?
Yeah, I like really started getting into music, like listening and everything when I was like 13, like seriously listening to it. And it started out with like just like old school hip hop, like Biggie, Tupac, Ice Cube, NWA, and then I really got into hard rock and heavy metal, and then that's mainly what I listened to for the next, I'm gonna say 4 years following that, and then still listening to rap and everything, and then got back into it from there.
It's funny. I'm noticing that a lot of people that I've been talking to that are doing new up and coming rappers around Nova Scotia, I guess is what I'm talking about. Everybody seems to be into metal and into rap.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's funny because most of the metal people, even though you wouldn't think it, no offense to any of the metal people that are listening, I identify as one myself from time to time, but they're more cliquey, I find.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
When I've been talking to the rappers, it seems like there's more of a supportive community there where everyone's helping each other.
Yeah.
But you're also really interested in all the different genres.
Well,
Yeah.
see, like that's the thing. Like,
And I'm wanting to see in the myself and my regular co-host Andrew, my brother. We grew up through the 90s basically.
Yeah.
And even though everyone remembers the alternative and grunge scene,
Yeah.
there was a lot of big, huge metal bands.
Oh,
and there was a
yeah.
lot of brand new, really inventive rap, because rap really only came about in the late 70s, right? So
Yeah.
by the time the 90s came around, they really had stuff nailed down that worked,
Yeah.
and they were still experimenting with it. So there's a lot of real crazy stuff coming out. And that's where new metal came from in the 2000s.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
because everybody grew up listening to both genres.
Yeah.
Then everyone not everyone, new metal died down.
Didn't take too long.
Yeah.
and you had Limp Bizkit.
But-
Exactly.
Now I'm hearing the same kind of thing. It seems like you guys included. There's a lot of people that are listening to both genres a lot, and I'm kind of waiting for it to kind of. I'm not looking for a rebirth of new metal.
Yeah, no, me neither.
But I'm almost looking like, is there something coming soon now? You guys don't work with live instrumentation. Normally you have a backup track.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you thought about experiment with that at all?
Oh,
Have you-
100%.
Oh, that would
like
be...
there's been like, well, I feel like a lot of the reason why you're starting to see more of like a renaissance of like a lot of this like just is because like now when it comes to like hip hop production, like anything is being sampled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a beat that I'd made that's going to be coming up on an upcoming project down the road that I sampled a hair metal song from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And like I used a part of the solo for like the main loop to it, and like I love it.
the accessibility, I suppose everyone has the technology, and besides the technology, you don't have to go find an old record somewhere.
Yeah.
Hip hop's just like so unique in the form that like you can just use
Anything you can make hip hop out of
all
anything.
genres of music.
Yeah.
to make
I'm a
hip-hop.
fan of industrial music as well. Like
Oh, yeah.
some of my heavier bands that I listen to, I tend to go with some of that industrial stuff.
Yeah.
Because of that, like I appreciate it, but it's different, and they can do whatever they want. So
Yeah,
From
exactly.
one person to the other, there can be like the same genre, but vastly different sound.
Yeah.
From one to the other. So now, when you guys have your backup tracks, is this stuff that you're producing yourself, or are you working with any particular artists, or are you purchasing stuff and then going over top? Because I know that when we talked with Mackie, that's she was doing was taking different segments and stuff and
Yeah.
buying tracks and then
It's
building.
honestly like a mixture of like everything. We're kind of like, he produces a lot of stuff. I used to produce a little bit. I'm kind of getting back into that now.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, he produces a lot of it. But we do like get some stuff like from other producers as well that we put on our project.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you know, we like to switch it up. You know,
Yeah.
get a different vibe from time to time.
Yeah, and then you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. But only like 3 of our songs we have out right now aren't produced by either me or him.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Like, he
And, like-
does do majority.
Yeah. Like,
I did the majority at the start, but now
yeah,
he's,
exactly.
like, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
And then it makes you interchangeable, though you can backfill each other.
Yeah, but it's also like, because like we're both still learning how to make beats as well. I made my first beat last April and have only been making them since then, and like, just like it's a complete learning process. But at the same time, like, we have such a good sense of how each other sound on different songs
Sure.
now that, like, anytime I'm producing a beat now, if it's either I have myself in mind or I have him in mind, or like I find a sample, I'm like, oh, like French is gonna sound dope on that, and then like make a beat out of that.
Yeah.
So, if you started in your early teens with music stuff, was it as you were becoming an adult that you started getting into rap, or were you experimenting with stuff through your teens as well?
Well, yeah, like so like I'm gonna say, how old were we when we started freestyling? Like
Maybe grade 9.
So like 15.
So,
Yeah. So like when we were 15, like us and like our main group of friends, like every time we hung out together, constantly freestyling, like just on finding a tight beat on YouTube and then just go around the circle, and then that's what we did for years.
Just for fun. Like,
Yeah.
We had no intent of like actually
like
doing
taking
anything.
it seriously at all. And then at the end of high school, like me and him loved freestyling and doing everything so much that we started writing.
Sure.
And like it was literally like maybe like 12 16 bar verses from here to there, and then like anytime we'd think of anything, and then it just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed, and then we bought a microphone. We started going down to my uncle's cabin and recording down there, and then here we are now.
And so, where would people go to find some recordings? Like we had some of your stuff featured in a couple episodes ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
But where would you send somebody that wanted to hear you for the first time?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. We're on everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're on all streaming platforms.
And
Some managed better than others.
sure, yeah,
like
that makes
like
sense.
Spotify, Apple Music. There's like a better stranglehold on those ones, but YouTube and SoundCloud soon we're gonna have a better grasp on it, and
Sure.
a lot more content to roll out with that as well.
And what about physical media? Any physical media exist?
That's next on the list.
Next up.
We just the T-shirt that I'm wearing now actually I designed, and we dropped them at the show in Glasgow Square. We
Yeah.
had the summer takeover, and that's also on the list of things to do as well, because we wanted I build a fashion brand like alongside with our music as we're doing it. The brand's called Garments by Director
Oh yeah,
Records.
yeah. I do remember seeing them down there actually. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, it's Director Records is our label. It's going to be so much more than a label. We have our manager is our friend Ben. He is actually getting into being a barber, and we're going to open eventually in the next 2 years. We have a good plan that we have set out now, and he eventually might get into opening a barbershop under the Director umbrella.
Oh, that's cool.
And then our other friend Spencer, who's going to be taking a lot of photos and doing videos for us and stuff here soon, is going to be doing some vlogging and stuff on his own. So that's going to be under the umbrella as well,
Cool.
to try and build more of a multimedia platform for all
Yeah.
different types of art. Like I'd love to eventually have like some like painters and stuff like be able to release their art and stuff like that for them as well.
Yeah, like a little collective type.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's really cool. So, is that a city-based initiative or is it a Pictou County-based?
It's going to start in the city because there's just a bigger platform for us
that
to be
makes
able
sense.
to do
So
that.
your Halifax metro area is a
Exactly.
base, and then-
Yeah, and then go from
branch out.
there.
Awesome.
Because I'd like to be able to. My goal is to make Pictou County a more open community for these types of things. Because like right now, like we were talking about earlier, how like the hip hop scene is it's starting to become a scene in Pictou County.
Yeah, exactly.
And like with that too, like it's opening people's eyes to like so much more in the culture.
Yeah, it's one genre that always had fashion and like an art style that was associated with it through like all time. Like
Exactly.
it always has, and that seemed to be that permeated culture just as much as the top tracks that you would hear in the top 40.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew there was an influence out there because you could see it visibly out in the culture, not just hearing songs being played somewhere.
And that's what I want to be able to build along with this, because like now, like in the last couple of years, like vlogging has become like crazy huge.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would love to be able to provide a platform for one of our friends to be able to do that as well, and grow as a family and like as a collective, doing more than just music. And to bring that to Pictou County too, because like of course like we have Art at Night in Glasgow, which is great, and it shows appreciation for all different types of art going on in the county. But I just feel like it could be so much bigger and could open so many more doors for like business opportunities and different things like that, like within the county.
For sure.
Yeah.
So now you performed together at that takeover at Glasgow Square there. That was probably about a month ago now.
Yeah, hard to believe.
So do you guys, you must perform solo because you record separately.
Yeah.
But do you typically perform together or like on the same lineup, even if you're doing?
Well, that was our first live performance.
Oh, really?
That was
okay.
I got selected and was a part of the Emerge 2022 festival this year. So I performed for that, and he came out and did one of the songs we have together with that with me on that.
Okay.
And then that was our next thing. But so, if we can get solo shows, we'll get them. But we're really trying to focusing heavy on like the whole like group family aspect of like this whole thing. And so like me and him, like we do a lot of songs together as well. And we do have an album already out as a duo. Our duo name's Tango and Cash.
Okay.
So we had an album we put out last year, and then we're gonna have another one coming out soon.
And what was the last album called?
It was called Nobody Lives Forever.
And the next one
Don't have a title yet.
And when's that coming?
That won't be until probably next year. We're just starting to work on that one now. Yeah.
And so what's coming up for live performances? And is there anything else right now?
We're trying to get some booked.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we just like our friend Ben, he just started managing us a few months ago. So we're really just starting to really try and get a hold on all of this. Because this is our first year of really taking it serious.
A lot of us just like finished school,
for sure,
stuff like that, which took a lot of time out of our hands.
And I still have a year university left.
So. Yeah, you're right at that pocket where you're between school and career and trying to do something that for your work-life balance. That
So
you're supposed to do what you enjoy.
It's working two jobs, really.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Like, especially now, like you have your one job, but then you also have like the music career that you're doing at home, which is it's another full-time job.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
is.
Yeah, and we hope that next year we actually plan that he'll be moving up to Halifax for this time next year, as well as our other director cohorts.
Okay.
And taking it going full speed ahead.
Perfect. So our city listeners, like the Halifax metro area anyway, should keep an eye out because you're probably going to start popping up there.
Definitely. We're big things in the next year to 2 years. Yeah.
Excellent. And French, you say that you have something coming really fresh, like in the immediate future.
So August 12th, I was working on a tape for about 2 years now. It's going to be much longer, but we kind of scaled it down a little bit. It's going to be called The French Connection.
Nice.
It's based off of The French Connection, the movie.
Gene Hackman.
Yeah,
Roy Schreider.
And it's 6 tracks, one intro, and basically it's just kind of based off the French Connection. So it's like kind of like a story almost.
Yeah.
And that's coming August 12th. I'm super pumped.
Awesome. So whatever format people are listening or viewing this in, we'll put some links. I'll talk to you guys afterwards. Make sure we get all the links for everything so people can get it. And while we have you here, I also have our sometimes co-host Dakota here in the studio, and she's eager to ask a little bonus question for everyone.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So, what is your favorite animal?
Our favorite animal.
Oh, my favorite animal. Man, that's tough.
Oh, I got my alligators.
Why?
Alligators are cool.
Why alligators?
Because they're the closest thing that look like dinosaurs to me. And ever since I was young, I was obsessed with dinosaurs, and alligators are the closest thing that looked like a dinosaur, so that's why they're my favorite animal.
That's fair.
What about you?
So, for me, I'd probably have to go, like, something like a Komodo dragon, just because they're, like...
Oh, that was a good
They're
choice.
they're just some cool-looking creatures, and
They are
just,
cool. My
You don't
grandfather
wanna mess-
almost
you don't
got
wanna
bit
mess
by
with
one of
those.
those
Where?
in Indonesia.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's sitting on the step. One came right up to him, and he ran back inside. Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a couple of cats.
I like cats.
Cats are good.
Cats are better than dogs.
Agreed.
Oh,
Agreed.
Yikes.
Agreed. I like to hear somebody else with.
Damn.
1 second,
That's
I'll be right
tough.
back.
That's tough.
So I take it French has a dog, or
I got two.
two dogs?
And they're both named after the Highwaymen, ironically.
Oh wow! Yeah, okay.
Waylon and Willie.
There you go. I like the music themes, and I'm a sucker for really thought out themes or puns. So
Yeah, okay.
I would thought that's where you're going with the French Connection. Then it's like, oh no, he
Yeah.
actually used it. That's even better.
Movies are an extremely huge inspiration for
Yeah.
thus director. Like that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I came, like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
I can see that.
and like a lot of like song titles or like lyrical references, artwork. A lot of it is in reference to different films and stuff. Like Tango and Cash were on the design on my
Yeah.
shirt. Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. It was one of me and his favorite action movies to watch together when we were younger.
Cool.
And that's where we got the duo name.
So that gives people little Easter eggs to look for when they're following your stuff too,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's where when I ask about the physical media, I kind of knew that there wasn't yet, but
Yeah.
I like to ask because I like to encourage people. At least, even if
It's
you're going to do digital sales and make all your money playing live,
yeah.
that's obviously the way of the world today.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, you can see right above French there.
Yeah,
That's
Exactly.
that's all autograph stuff. But the shelf over there with that big stack of CDs that looks disorganized is actually all signed stuff now too. So I'm a little
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
And see, like that's
Getting carried away,
We collect that stuff too.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
like the subgenre of hip hop that we're hitting right now, that is like extremely huge in like that market. Like physical vinyl, cassettes, posters, like artwork prints and stuff like that are extremely huge.
Just
So,
artist merch in general.
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Speaking of merch, we got Dakota's back here with a little follow up from her animal questions.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Here you go. You can hold it.
Sweet.
Also have a fist bump.
That's cute. There you go. Little gator. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Wicked.
Well, I think we'll, like I said, put the links to the bottom there for all of your music and everything, but especially this August 12th?
August
Yep.
12th.
August 12th release,
Friday.
so that'll be in a few days probably from the time this has been released. And everybody can take a listen to that, and we'll have a little in-studio performance for everyone as well.
For sure.
All right. Thanks for your time, guys. And
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. it's my
Hopefully we'll
pleasure.
catch up soon.
For sure.
Bye.
We got no inventory.
inventory asses dying. I sold half a brick last week, but the other's on consignment, so it's pretty hard to go and find it.
Wait, rewind it, time to pull up something big. I'm feeling a changing climate.
And it's rising, do we hit a bank? Roll with that clank, ride interstate and die in need of fine dinner plates.
That's only fine if we seek a fate. We isn't late, heard a rumor on the strip, Ace's place could be a date.
Well, mean it's easy to buy a pistol, bitch. What we need, a driver's license and some dip to spit. There's no quitting on some last minute Diplo shit. I say we cut the power, hit 'em when we flick the switch. We need green like Gramps needs licorice. And please, no blasting folks, just pistol whips. Only hit that big bald headed Billy Dick. And if we hit it right, we taking out millions.
Billions too, this plan is coming along nicely. Tangiers in sight with the steps to move slightly.
Past them all at once, they ain't stupid, dog, bite me. May as well go in with axes, start screaming, fight me. Exciting, the one-armed bandits ain't stopping me.
Yeah, it's pretty, but we ain't in Sin City for slot machines. Stop the Jeep, it's time to go. Got the word from Billy Sherbert.
We was bombing in that whip, that's that arsenal shit and murder.
Blew the doors off the place with just a style alone. Fully professional, don't question if we not in the zone. Straps clapped to our backs, undersuits imported from Rome. Porcelain, of course, or else all of the scanners have known.
We walk in with ski masks in the back pocket. Lucky handkerchief that I brought with me for when the bag drops past the roulette tables, the hall with all the lockers. Now shit, we gotta mix into the pot like Betty Crocker. We ain't even start yet, I hear sirens and helicopters.
Threw the mask on fast before visuals could have shot. I knew something was too easy, ain't a score ever go proper. Word must have got out.
Should've known it'd be you to fucking talk well. We in the deep end now, how?
Messed with these mutts before, but we in a whole other dog pound.
Seconds later, the place is filled with blow, blow.
Jump behind some lucky sevens, taking cover from raw rounds. 4 in a row for whammo. Tops a clip, I'm out of ammo. Found a way with the back cash, use the gamblers as camo.
All my shots are hitting Lambos and my Glock's too hot to handle. Gotta make the Chev quick, switch the blazers up for flannels.
Whippy nowhere in my panel, they got us with every option.
Surrounded full circle, they yelling like this in auction. I can taste it, the wrath of those matching metal braces. We can't be pushing flowers, it's back to that pedal racing.
Third time's a charm, baby.